ultimate automation will make our modern industry as primitive and outdated as the Stone Age man looks to us today. Factorio, inspired by Transport Tycoon, released in 2012, offers a unique take on management simulation. Factorio requires the management of multiple automated assembler machines operating simultaneously, multiple machines assembling different objects in a quote ladder effect to end with one final product. Each assembler requires base materials to produce its product. Frequently, the product from one assembler will be the base material for another. For example, to produce Science Tier 1 packs, the assembler requires copper plates and iron gears. Copper plates are produced by refining copper ore in a furnace. Iron gears require iron plates that must be assembled in a machine into a gear. So to automate the science pack, the workflow and resource will go copper ore to furnace that also requires a heat source like coal, conveyor belted to the pack assembler. Iron refined in a furnace into plates, then plates into another assembler to create gears. Gears to the pack assembler. Following that, the science pack must be conveyed to the science lab. Science pack 1 is a very basic automation. As Factorio progresses, automation becomes much more difficult. However, Factorio can be extremely fulfilling once automation is fully functioning properly. Once automated research is complete, you dive into a tech tree. Tech tree in Factorio offers many different researchable benefits and functions very well. The complexity of Factorio does create confusion and panic at early stages. Things once impossible, however, become trivial as you progress. Combat is present in Factorio. As you progress, each machine outputs emissions. Emissions cause aliens to start attacking your factory. Aliens are dispatched with ease, however. In most cases, combat feels unfinished. Frequently, combat consists of holding fire and backpedaling away from enemy. Late game consists of very few options for combat. A tank becomes available, or lackluster firearms with drone followers. Armor throughout Factorio leaves a lot to be desired, as armor consists of a few options with very linear progression. The tank, while durable, must be handled with care, as it could destroy trees and structures if collided with. Many of my own conveyor belts were destroyed by barely tapping them with the tank. Tied into the hardcore death system, Factorio leaves the player paranoid, as when you are killed you are forced to reload your last save. Multiplayer was recently added to Factorio and functions well. Multiplayer is almost perfect. The host must open ports for multiplayer connectivity, but once the port is open, it becomes seamless. Factorio could have benefited greatly by the inclusion of Steam Workshop support for player-created content. Seamless modability would have added much more content and filled some of the gaps left behind by the developer. Factorio could have benefited by more music and idle sound effects, as much of the time spent, the background sound is non-existent. The soundtrack when it plays is acceptable, but frequently does not play. Some resources deplete quickly, while others last incredibly long periods of time. For example, my iron mine still contained over half of its resource supply from the very beginning. Meanwhile, my oil pump ran out quickly and was not constructed until far later. Factorio offers a unique style of item and building management I personally have never experienced before. While Factorio could have benefited by more late and mid-game content, it does offer a significant amount of content up to that point. Aliens could have been more fleshed out as well as combat. However, the satisfaction from completing a fully automated system that actually works is very rewarding, and no other game I've personally played has given me that reward. If you don't mind a spaghetti network or much thinking and consideration for optimize of your workflow, give it a try. Factorio is not a fun game, but it is very entertaining and enjoyable.